right, hello and welcome once again, wrestling fans, people of YouTube, people of the world. Here we go again. Power Pit Pro Wrestling's hottest show on YouTube, The Recap, hosted by yours truly, The Brand. Want to welcome you all once again to some exciting Power Pit Pro Wrestling action. And we're going to kick it off and just kind of roll right in with the punches. You know, we got the hardcore tournament continuing on. Wonderful Zack Winters going to take on Tower in our opening match. Let's go ahead and take you to a recap of it.
Eased into the corner there. Here comes Tower. Big splash. Flattened with Zack Winters like a panther.
Winters down here. Oh, and a couple big stomps here coming from Tower. Really working over the midsection there of local Zack Winters. Could be an early pin. Two and kick out. Tries it again, you know, trying to work down his opponent here. I mean, you don't expect to see so many holes in a hardcore match, but, you know, we get what we paid for.
It's just getting started, Jake.
Roll up here.
Roll up.
And a kick out at two. Winters pulling the tights.
That was vicious, Jake. Huge kick by Winters. Another one. Right to that big old head of Tower right there. Then sets him up with a big boot.
And finally, the big man is down. We got an early cover. Oh, and a big.
This is going to get ugly here, Jake.
He's got those tongs. He's using those tongs on him. On the little Tower. This is not the first time we've seen Zack Winters go after, let's just say, the lower mid-section. Oh, a kick to the ropes. Again, focusing on that one special area, and Tower is down.
Well, I tell you what, that's a smart move by Zack Winters, Jake. Very smart to go after that lower part of Tower. Keep the big man. Oh my goodness.
Someone down opponent. Someone get control of this.
I think that might do it, Jake.
Zack Winters with the cocky pin here. And a low blow from Tower. Pit for tat, if you will.
Wonderful Zack Winters. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Tower with a huge shot.
What's he going for here? Is he going back? He's got the palms again. Tower now. What's he going to do with him?
This is just brutal.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, and a chair shot to the back
here from Tower, making a statement. Here comes Winters after him. With a head of steam here, gonna see what he can find on the ring.
This match really has just evolved into a street fight here. It's not even really a wrestling match. Let's look for the tie-up. Oh, he's got the big man in trouble now.
Oh, wow. Tied up at the ropes. Tower is in a bad way here, Jake.
Oh, no. He's got those clubs. Oh, my good Lord. Oh. Oh, and there's that garbage can lid. Tower getting hit with his own weapon. And again, the man's still on his feet. Now he's down to a knee. Tower not going down here no matter what Zack Winters throws at him. Sharp kick.
Huge kick by Winters. Winters got to get the guy down here, trying to get, big DDT. And this is just beyond a hardcore matchup. This is just some sadistic, crazy.
Winters ducks the picture frame there. Oh, the big DDT right on that broken. I think if they had a kitchen sink, they would use it. Oh, look at Zack Winters. He's cut.
Well, there's pieces of glass or something around the ring from that picture frame. That's got to be, another hazard. Very hazardous conditions here for these two guys.
Both of these men want this match. I can tell you that much. You don't put yourself through this much hell if you don't want to win. Oh, watch out!
Ducks the chair. Tower.
Boot to the chair.
Boot.
It's cover 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Just brutal. absolutely brutal match between Zack Winters and Tower. Just all kinds of things happened. The guys just brawled all over the place. And, you know, Zack Winters gets DDT'd onto the glass. I think he shed the first blood ever in Power Pit Pro Wrestling. Just mind-boggling what these two put each other through. But the bottom line is, Tower ends up getting the win. Very impressive win for the big guy, Tower. And, you know, moving right along in the card, the next match we were going to have was Simon taking on Lance Dean. Another hardcore tournament match. Well, Lance Dean, he didn't end up showing up. You know, he doesn't come out to his music. The brand goes looking for him. And the brand looked everywhere, folks. And I wasn't able to find him anywhere. But I did find a suitable replacement, or replacements, I should say. I found two guys that were ready to go at it with Simon. I found Emperor Void, as well as a newcomer to Power Pit Pro Wrestling, a man simply known by the name of Flex. So here we go, Simon, Emperor Void, and Flex triple threat match, continuing the hardcore tournament. Why? Because the brand makes the decisions, and that's just the way it is. Let's take you to a recap of it.
Simon's ready to go. You know, he looks like, oh my goodness, a head of steam from Simon.
Woo, Simon!
He's ready to fight. He wanted to fight Lance Dean.
You know, like Simon said, you know, will Flex return if Simon does win this match? Because as he said, people usually don't show up for the second time to go up against Simon. Ooh, big knee to the gut.
You said Simon said.
I did say Simon said. Well,
show him what kind of competitor he is. Goes with a big splash to Simon.
ooh, nice leg drop there. Any fall wins this match.
Go, boy! Stop right there.
Flex overpowering Void into the corner there. Calling up a top. Oh, we got a drag takedown.
Sends Void over. Emperor Void gives him a nice one of his own.
Oh, quick surprise there. Void goes after the Simon, not ready. Nice hip toss.
Brutal, just brutal from Emperor Void. Making a statement to these two guys here.
Emperor Void really in control of this matchup.
Action. There's so many things that can happen, Jake. Oh my goodness.
A back heel kick there from Flex. He goes for the cover one. So, you know what's Flex got going right here? He comes a whip right at Emperor Void. Oh, he reversed it. And a
vicious clothesline into the bulldog from Void.
There's a veteran smarts from a guy like Emperor Void.
Cover.
And a kick out by Simon. A kick to the gut by Flex. Punch to the jaw. Another one. And another one.
Come on, Simon!
Here comes the whip. Reversal. Flex into the corner hard. Taken down by Simon and both men are down.
Simon, some devastating kicks there to Flex, sending the young man into the corner and trying to teach him a little lesson there in the ring.
Oh, beautifully executed suplex there. Void picking up the scraps. There's the wily veteran. He takes a suplex of his own. Void in control. Void takes control. Got him in that armbar position.
Gonna sit there and try to tie up one-on-one with a veteran like that. I don't think that was a very smart move by Flex.
I'm not sure what that is. This match has been going on. These men still have a lot in the tank. Especially Void. He definitely is impressive some of the challenges here.
Flex with a head of steam, gonna go for a cover. 1, 2.
And a kick out by him. Oh, Simon's head bouncing off the end and a big chop there from Emperor Void. He's looking for another one. Oh, lights up the chest. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for that red shirt, his toe. Oh, and a big third chop. I bet this chest is the same color as his shirt right now.
Of course, all three guys going against each other, but maybe they're teaming up to take out the young guy. 1, 2.
Here comes Zack Winters. What is Zack Winters doing in there?
What the hell? Zack Winters busted wide open earlier in the night.
Go, Zack Winters!
All out chaos is breaking loose though. The ref does not have control. We've got a whole nother match going on in the middle of the match.
Clearly, these two were not done from before.
Right, of course, Tower got the pinfall earlier, but...
Well, I think that you are actually in a match. You're not part of the commentary team right now. I don't know if you put the whole mic in your mouth, but I'm sitting here.
This is spear by Frank.
You might be wanting to watch out for the matches you might lose here with your competitors who are still in the ring.
This is unbelievable. The ref needs to get some kind of control. The five of you guys are just going to go at it until there's a winner. I decide who you wrestle, remember. The brand has all the stroke around here. You'll get your match after the short intermission. These guys are going to go at it.
Win, not if. Win, I win. I want your word. I know how much of a squelcher you are on this stuff. I've experienced firsthand. I want your word. I get the match that I want.
I tell you what, you actually win this thing. You can have whatever you want from the brand. The brand owes you a favor.
Well, there you have it, fans. You know, the triple threat match the brand makes just ends up in just utter chaos. Here comes Zack Winters. Here comes Tower. They apparently weren't done going at it with each other and just anybody else that they could find in front of them. So, you know, in the spur of the moment, the brand says, hey, you know what? What we're going to do, since I got all five of you guys out here, we're going to go ahead and restart this match as a battle royal between all five of you guys. And just to make it a little interesting, a little bit, you know, sweeten the deal a little bit, the brand says, hey, I'm going to do you guys a favor. Whoever wins this thing, they get whatever they wish from the brand. You know, they get, you know, a big favor coming from the GM, you know, whether that be moving on in the hardcore tournament or maybe something else that their mind could dream up. So make it a little interesting. Here we go with the 5-man battle royal, and let's see what happened.
This is not right. Give Zack Winters the respect he deserves, people. 5-way lockup here again.
You know,
I don't know.
This
Oh, the huge
match is earlier tonight. Tower hung out to dry.
Winters right back into the fray of things. Here he comes with the head of steam.
And Void is enjoying the match so far. Better view than I do at this point. A scoop slam by Zack. One of these guys to wrestle. Who would you pick?
Any of them, man. It don't matter. I'm Big Dave.
That's right, you are Big Dave.
Here comes Tower.
Oh, Tower. That was all turn, no bummer.
Working on for Void.
Oh,
Working on Void. Oh my goodness.
Winters has a weapon outside the ring. Referees can do nothing but stand by. A little tit for tat from earlier in the night when Tower busted open Zack Winters.
Zack Winters making everybody his victim right now. Going crazy with that metal sheet.
Somebody help.
Oh, drives up. Oh, and a quick shot to the head there by Tower.
Yeah, right here, Jake. Oh my goodness. Here comes Simon now. Oh my goodness. Kick right to the side of the ribs there at Tower.
Where is Winters going?
It's over there. And it's his turn to deliver some punishment. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and a sharp shot by Void.
Emperor Void handing out concussions one by
Void's
one.
looking for the clean sweep here.
If only he could just sweep everybody out of the ring. It don't quite work that way, though. You got to go over the top.
Well, I think he's got a handle on the
Working through
situation.
now.
Sends Flex into the corner.
Big back. Oh, takes this.
Awesome back for the big man. Oh my goodness.
What is Simon doing here? He's got that, oh, plate right to the stomach and over the head is Zack Winners. And a vicious side of Simon here, really taking it to Zack Winners. The second biggest guy in the room is Power.
You got one too. Okay.
I said I've got Tower in this match, and a very close second, Emperor Void.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Distraction.
Now all hell's breaking loose.
There go the kendo sticks. Oh, punish.
Hit him, Simon.
Here we go.
I can't believe it.
Oh my goodness.
Four.
Oh my goodness.
Snaps that graphite shaft on the back of Emperor Void. Hey, I already made a hole-in-one joke.
Proving his point there. Here comes Flex with a head of steam to Simon.
A hole in two.
Off the head of Tower there, now he goes.
Winners,
Come on, Flexi.
winners work with that short staff.
And they're all going for the big man. Can they get him out? There he
Up and
goes.
over.
We got our first elimination in a bad way. Oh, there goes Flex.
And Flex is out.
Elimination number 2. Boyd bypasses Simon.
Up and over. Oh, and a sharp kick to the kidneys.
Simon falls for the oldest trick in the book, the old Goodyear blend trick. Ooh.
Kind of a modified springboard elbow drop there to the back of Simon's head. Very nicely done. First time I've seen a move like that.
That was very impressive, Jake. Emperor Void now in complete control. Here goes Simon. He's done. The third elimination.
Oh, and a spear. Wait, something happened there.
Oh my
Winners had
goodness.
those metal sheets in his shirt.
Zack Winners.
Up and over goes
The brand's got your back. Whatever you want, you got it. The brand owes you a favor. Whatever you want.
Yes, I knew you could do it, Zack. I knew you could do it. Oh, hey, anyway, yeah, that was a great match. You know, Battle Royal action. Wonderful Zack Winners. Ends up getting the big win. You know, I knew we could, you know, finally pulling through. Wonderful Zack Winners gets the win in the Battle Royal. Gets, you know, a wish granted to him by the brand, as long as it's, you know, reasonable, of course. You know, so just, we'll see what happens with that a little bit later on. But right now, fans, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's main event time, folks. You know, long story short, Erik Hanson, the franchise Erik Hanson, our Power Pit Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, you know, going to take on Ike Van Dyke in a Texas Bullrope match. These two, so much history. You know, Ike Van Dyke loses the title to Erik Hanson a couple months ago, and this is his big rematch. This is his chance to get that title back. It's all on the line. Texas Bullrope match, Erik Hanson, Ike Van Dyke. Let's take you to the recap of that.
Quarter one here. Feeling each other out.
Hanson with a headlock here.
I need to watch the low blows.
Hangs down that low. Well, Zack are on the disqualifications in this match. And despite the offense from Erik Hanson,
Let Erik Hanson know what they think of him. I don't agree. But Erik Hanson in firm control of this contest as we speak.
Well, what did you expect to happen? He's the champion for a reason. He's the
They
gold
send him into the ropes. Vicious clothesline.
yeah, that was a real clothesline with a real line.
I think he got a piece of it. 3 of them. Oh! Not quite 3, but he gets a low blow. Sequence is broken.
And very atomic drop. And then we'll take that with a full atomic drop. And down goes to Ike Van Dyke, halfway to regaining his championship.
Get up, Hanson!
And a low blow from Erik Hanson.
Sequence broken.
2 more quarters.
Except for Pam over there. She knows I'm talking about her.
I guess at any point.
Chance, but here goes Hanson. Around the corners.
Oh, spears him in the corner. Would you say that his momentum has been broken, Brad?
It's like chess. I'm not surprised that you don't know that.
There we go.
Is he using that countdown there on Ike Van Dyke? Yeah, he was.
Say something stupid, Brad. Entertain the people.
Well, you know what?
Right on cue.
Pretty stupid flash. And he sure as hell can't hit that Dyke there.
Get up, Ike. This crowd really behind Van Dyke here. And down goes Hanson.
Hey, Santa Claus,
Shout to the people now. Here we go. Oh,
these guys are paid to stand
Van
away.
Dyke.
both men are reeling here, but Hanson, vicious clothesline in the corner, and he's going for some ropes. He's going for some turnbuckles. There's 2.
Get it, Hanson! Get it! One more!
Number 3.
One more! No! No!
Oh, big back body to the match winners. 4 quarters and Van Dyke's the champion.
There it goes.
Get up, Hanson! Get up, Hanson!
One more, and Van Dyke's the new champion.
I can't walk. I can't walk.
No, just get it.
Get him away!
Oh, yes. Hanson's still in it.
And the gut trio woe here.
I told you earlier, Hanson's got some vicious, brutal things planned for Ike Van Dyke, and here's one of them. This is just dastardly.
Hanson is a cold, calculating man.
Here we go, Hanson, 1, 2.
Come on! Come on, Hanson!
No. Ike Van Dyke back in it. So he's down here. Big Dyke saw. There's one.
There's one of them. There's the second one.
Erik Hanson starting to stir here.
This can't happen.
Championship.
No way.
And Erik Hanson tackles.
super Dyke cutter. Come on, Hanson.
Get up, Hanson.
All he's got to do is touch that front corner. There's one.
Get up. Don't do it.
No way.
Get up.
All he's got to do is another Dyke cutter. That's got to be it.
Oh my goodness.
He's at 2. Halfway home.
Get up, Hanson.
Here's the third one.
Who's this? Who is this? He just took out Ike Van Dyke to that chair. Oh my God, he's smiling.
Who?
That referee who got fired last week.
Oh, the dumbass.
I thought you were one of the good guys. IVD taken out with that chair shot.
Come on, Hanson. Come on, Hanson.
This is wrong. This is damn wrong.
Come on.
This makes me sick.
2.
One more.
Hanson. Ike, this has never been about belts. This has been about me humiliating you. So next month, June 30th, one more time, wonderful Zack winners, Ike Van Dyke, steel cage match.
Well, there you have it, fans. You know, Ike Van Dyke tried as hard as he could, but in the end, the franchise Hanson prevails. He's still your Power Pit Pro Wrestling champion due to some very, very controversial things that happened. You know, the recently rehired Smiley, you know, comes in, plays a hand in the finish of that match, you know, and of course, like I said, been very, very controversial. You know, the brand's been getting phone calls, emails, text messages, all kinds of stuff. You know, a lot of people very angry at the brand for what happened. And all I have to say is I'm not a crook. It's not my fault. You can't blame me. There's nothing the brand could do. The franchise Erik Hanson, in his recently restructured contract, you know, he has it in there that he can hire himself a personal referee, and that just so happens to be the newly rehired back Smiley. So the brand's hands, they're tied. There's nothing the brand can do. You know, so please stop the calls, stop the emails. My head's been spinning with this whole thing. It's not my fault. And beyond that, you know, just to further clear all that up, we're going to go ahead and go to a statement that's been prepared by our champion, the franchise Erik Hanson, along with Smiley. So let's go ahead and take you to that.
Cry, piss, moan, and gripe. That's the story of Power Pit Pro Wrestling fans. Every time I come out here, they call me a coward, they call me a cheater. What happens? I put them into a Texas Bullrope match. There's no rules in Texas Bullrope matches. It's an anything goes, no disqualification. And then you get mad because Smiley shows back up. You know what? Typically, I wouldn't be so happy about that either. Everybody knows how many times that he's screwed up and messed up and counted the wrong guy. When I had the shoulders pinned, he only gets to 2. Then the other guy pins me and all of a sudden there's a 3 count. Guess what? I helped him get fired for a reason. Because I want him on my side. If he's paid before to Power Pit Pro Wrestling to call it down the middle, then Erik Hanson's going to pay him to call it down the middle also. Everybody wants to cry about how, oh, you cheated, you cheated. All I did was outsmart Ike Van Dyke. I've been around longer. I've been in bullrope matches before. Ike, you let your pride and your ego get ahead of you. When you agreed to the Texas bullrope match, it was your first mistake. Your second mistake was waking up this morning. Your third mistake was stepping in the ring with me because you can't hang, kid. I am the Power Pit Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Just like I said last time, I may as well retire with the belt because no one's gonna stop me. Right, Smiley?
Right.
There you have it. You know, couldn't have said it any better myself. You know, Erik Hanson, wise words as always, choice words from our champion, the franchise, Erik Hanson. And I guess that's going to about do it. You know, I guess that about wraps her up. I hope you all enjoyed it. Here, you know, another exciting edition of the recap. The brands, here in closing though, got some very important news. Power Pit Pro Wrestling going to be moving the operation for this next show. It's going to be June 20th, 2015. The Power Pit Pro Wrestling stars are going to get it on in a brand new location. It's going to be on Diamond Lake Boulevard, right across from Dutch Brothers. Big outdoor show. Some big things are planned for that one. Like you saw earlier, Zack Winters, you know, his wish that he wanted granted from the brand was that he wanted a piece of Ike Van Dyke. So the brand went ahead and granted him that. It's official. We're going to have Ike Van Dyke versus wonderful Zack Winters. We're also going to have the franchise Erik Hanson defending the title against Buddy Highway. Buddy Highway set down a challenge for Erik Hanson to go up against him. And those would be great if they were just regular matches, of course. But on top of all that, it's a double main event, and both matches are going to take place inside a steel cage. That's right. For the first time ever, Power Pit Pro Wrestling going to have a double main event. Ike Van Dyke going to take on Zack Winters, and then the championship match, Erik Hanson versus Buddy Highway. Those will both be contested in a steel cage. You do not want to miss it, fans. Get your tickets early. We're also going to have the hardcore tournament continuing. You know, the brand doesn't know what he's going to do about that, so you'll have to be there to see what the final decision is. So definitely check us out. You can get tickets by calling 541-680-8296. Also visit us on brownpapertickets.com. Also, check us out on Facebook. You know, we're on Twitter and right here on YouTube watching the brand on the episodes of the recap. So I want to thank you for joining us once again. The brand's going to sign off and say, see you in the front row.